Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to Factorio, Bob's mod, and I've been watching all my previous videos, and I've been seeing all of the little things I was doing wrong. I'm not talking about the Velcro, because that's just, deal with it. But things like this, like I missed a belt here, and these guys weren't mining at all. So I replaced the belt, and now these guys aren't mining, so I'm not sure if I really fixed anything, but there we go, that's done. And I also noticed that there is going to be something wrong with this thing pretty soon. So basically the problem with this thing is that, let's get out the debug actually to show the rail blocks. And this is the problem with the thingamabob, so we'll get rid of that. Now the problem is the train will go up to here, but as soon as it goes into here, it will say, oh, this block is filled up. So one train will be here, and the other train won't go into the next line. It'll stay here because only one train can be in a block at the same time, which sucks. It's because I missed a step. So what we need to do is we need to put a normal signal in each of these, and that's beautiful. Now they're all different blocks, and in fact this is a different block as well. So we really need this to be a chain. And technically this is a chain for all of these. So it is blue, so it looks like it's just a chain for this, but it's actually a chain for all of these guys. I don't know. I don't even know how the blocks color would show that, but trust me, that's the way it works. So now if one train comes in, it'll go in there, and if another train comes in, it'll go in there. So maybe once a train is in this blue section, the color for this chain will change to pink or purple or whatever the hell that is. And I'm guessing that's how it'll work. So anyway, I noticed that like a couple of days ago, and then I forgot about it, and now I noticed it again. And yes, so I decided to go through and fix it because it's going to become extremely apparent once we have two trains in the waiting area. But I don't know if that'll happen for a while. So, after last episode, our very disappointing influx into solar went completely down the drain. We do have 14 of these elite assemblers, and I have a feeling we're going to need a lot more of these arrays at some point, but for now, I've sort of been squirreling around the idea of actually going out and actually getting all of these Bob's ores and processing them, but I feel like we need to do that sooner rather than later. The only thing I can really think of doing that might not require Bob's is logistics science packs, but these are very freaky as well. I mean, express transport belt in science scares me. Flying robot frames, they're okay-ish. Steel chest, dead easy. And then express inserters, which require titanium. So, logistics science packs, I was actually hoping I could go and do some today and get some out of the way, because I really, really want to upgrade this a little bit. To go from a total of 6, get this to go up to a total of 10 for the stack inserter bonus would be really, really nice for my train network. But just checking it now and seeing, you know, we actually need titanium for that sort of crap, it's not going to work. So I'm hitting brick walls in every direction with the normal vanilla resources. So we're going to have to go for Bob. Bob is our only way forward. And it's really unfortunate that I couldn't get a nice solar backbone up and running before we started to go for Bobs and before we started to think about furnaces and all that sort of stuff. But we can make do. So we got these, goes up to 160, and that's using 4 arrays. We can double this, and then we can even, can we? No, see, that needs titanium as well. So titanium and Invar and brass. So we need to start worrying about all that stuff. And robots, yeah, yellow signs. I thought about building a normal robot network, but it's just like, what's even the point? You need to destruct them later, and how are they going to help us now? That's the question. How are they going to help us now? And I'm not sure they really can, because our trade network is doing so well. So, what we are going to do here is we are going to focus on numero uno, which is gold. So, I think we really need to focus on gold, because gold is the only thing standing in the way of these. I believe. Productivity modules. So productivity modules. If we have a look, now it's gold and aluminium. So this guy is fine. We can build that. The plastic, we can see looking down the bottom, plastic. And then we need gold and aluminium. Pretty sure that's aluminium. If we double check. Yes, the productivity circuit boards. They're fine. This needs gold. And this needs aluminium. Okay, so it's gold and aluminium, which are really hurting us right now. So, first thing we can do is we've got some aluminium ore up there. Let's check ye old recipe for aluminium. It's on this tab. Alumina. Aluminium plate takes alumina. Alumina takes sodium hydroxide and bauxite aluminium ore. Now, sodium hydroxide. We have got a crap load in here. We got 5.9k. We have not been chucking any away because we only chuck it out when this reaches some stupid number like 75k. So we got a bunch of that, and we've got a bunch. Where is it? We got a bunch over here as well. Rah. This one's actually been working faster. It's got 7.7k. So 12k. So I'm not sure if that really sounds like a lot, and I'm not sure that it does. So what we might do, and I don't know why I'm walking. I really should be like having a personal train that sends me up there. Do I have a personal train? I do. Yoink. Let's grab some copper or coal. I don't know why I always get this confused, probably because they start with the same thing. Let's grab a train and let's zoom on up there. And I'm thinking, what is this? This is tin, isn't it? Okay, so we'll ignore tin. I'm thinking about building this locally, actually, because let's have a quick look at sodium hydroxide, because if you don't know already, I'm going to tell you right now, I hate mixing components. I really do. I would rather have a completely separate system doing sodium hydroxide and nothing else. And so that is what I would really love to be doing now. Sodium hydroxide. We know that it comes out of saltwater electrolysis. Now, does it come out of anywhere else? That is the big old question. Because, yeah, that electrolysis thing is nice, but it doesn't produce a whole lot, because that system has been running for like 10 billion years, and how much has it given us? Like 12k. So I don't like that too much. And each bar needs 2 alumina, and so we're talking about a 1-for-1 with the sodium hydroxide and the aluminium plate, which I don't like. So, aluminium plate. Yeah, we do not got a lot of choice about this. Now, alumina. I have a feeling something else needs alumina as well. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I have a feeling that something else does. Like one of these, something directly needs alumina. But, so maybe we want to ship this ore down to the main base and then do something. Yeah, it's tough. It's really, really tough to say what we need to do. Because, yeah, there's so many interconnected things, and I really have a strong feeling that alumina is needed for something else. I'm just going to take a quick squiz at all these recipes, and if alumina is needed for something else, that's aluminium plates, that's fine. I have a feeling it's like one of the big things, like tungsten or nitinol or something like that, where we need alumina. And I don't want to have to refactor things later on. Cobalt, tin. I've got such nitinol. We got nitinol processing. Oh, where the hell do we need alumina? I swear to God, I'm not screwed up here. I'm not going out of my mind. I'm very, very certain. Nitroglycerin we don't give a crap about. Where the hell did I see that stuff? Okay, we're just going to take a quick squiz around here. I know I already did that, but damn it, I am so sure that I saw alumina It's one of these. I'm starting to lose my mind here. Really starting to lose my mind. But I will find it eventually. Absolutely, I will find it eventually. It's definitely not on that tab. Oh, Bob's. Is it in here somewhere? I feel like I'm getting closer. Closer. No. Not getting closer at all. I'm still so completely lost. Alright, one more push through. I know I'm recording, and I know I'm a bit off my rocker. Was that? No, that was incomplete. You know what? If I can't find it, then screw it. I am sure that I am right, and I am going to take that down to the grave. So, yeah. You know what? If we decide we need alumina later on, then there. Polishing compound. I knew I saw it somewhere. Jesus Christ, that took ages for me to find. Okay, but we do need alumina somewhere else, and alumina does take bauxite, aluminium ore. Oh, I was right, but damn, that took me so long. Okay, so what that means is that I am making an executive decision that we are going to be basically transferring alumina ore all the way back to the main base, and we're going to be smelting it there because it just makes so much sense. Oh, we don't need a ton of stations here. We don't need the full 3, I feel like. So I'm happy to do this. And then we'll just cut off this bit. And we're going to have these 2 stations here. Technically, we don't even need 2 stations. I mean, this is just aluminum. But what we can do is we can have a second station here for the tin. And we can shoot the tin across into this one. Sort of. It's kind of funky because this one is loading on the left-hand station. Whatever. We'll sort it out later. We will sort it out later. This is probably going to be a T, so this T will go up there, and then we can stretch a station off that. So, robots, come in and start doing crap. And you will need to be stretched all the way back to there. What do we got for signals? This is a chain, and we want to keep these guys as chains because we said we did a long time ago. A galaxy far, far away. I'm not going to do that. So chain, yes. Just so it, well, do we need it? Because we don't have a waiting area, and we don't want to hold trains back on here. So maybe, you know what? Maybe we can do that. And we're not going to need a ton of alumina, hopefully. So that might come back to bite me in the ass, putting that there, but yeah, we'll be fine with it for now. Damn bots, they are all completely tired and lazy and stupid. So there we go, let's drag them all back up, and then let's go up here and finish this off. Now with loading, I'm gonna say I don't care too much about having stack inserters, but the fact is, with filter ones, but the fact is I probably should. Because you can still have stupid logistic networks set up with the wrong thing that go into the wrong station and pick up the wrong thing. So just to be safe, we're going to change this over here. We don't really need to, but it's not a bad idea. Okay, come on bots. We should have lights hooked up. What are we missing? There we go, we're missing that. So that's got all the lights hooked up, and you need that as well. Beautiful. Stupid, lazy robots. The thing is, to get the robots working better, we can either get better armor and a thingamabob, a proper, whatchamacallit, the proper fusion core reactor battery. And that would definitely allow the boss to go on forever. Or you can just get nuclear robots, which don't require recharging, and then they would go on forever as well. So it's kind of one or the other. We're going to have to do something funky here, because I'm going to completely tap this aluminium out, but we're going to I thought there was another ore just in there. But we're also going to hit some coal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send all of the aluminium here. And then any extra coal that gets taken out will be sent back over onto this line. Which should be a nice, easy way of fixing that problem. I can't even pick up these bots when they're over ore. Oh, don't want to do that. Go back into my inventory. You do not really need to recharge. It is just an illusion. Can I upgrade grey stuff? Nope. Let's just manually place that down then. Because we want blue to be everywhere. It is a blue revolution. Yes. So. Ha! It's a good thing I don't have a combinator. Because, well, this is a provider station, so it doesn't really matter. The important thing is making sure that this has the correct number with regards to aluminium ore. So you don't need to be there because you are covering up the ore. Now, how do we want to do this? Because this is a big old square, so we kind of need to do this a little bit interestingly. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's just plan the whole thing out now. Probably run out of mines, but it is all good. It is all good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're getting very close to running out of mines. So, there we go. And now we get into interesting territory. And I'm only going to work on mining out the alumina. I'm not going to worry about mining out the coal. If there's coal left over afterwards, then we can just mine that out at another case. And that coal mine will probably last us for a very, very long time because I don't think we use a lot of coal. But that aluminium will probably go a lot faster. I realize that I say aluminium instead of aluminum in Australia, and I've actually started calling the ore alumina instead of alumina. I don't know. It's just weird languages and stuff like that. Is that a piece of ore there? Is that a piece of ore there? It looks like it is. So we need to go down 1 to grab that. Are you covering? There's a bit right over there that's kind of hiding in the middle of plain sight. So we'll grab that. And then you, technically you can go there because this little bit will get picked up by the other side. And then you are fully covered. And then we just need 1, 2, and that'll cover that bit. So go on down, covering those 2 bits of ore. Maybe we shouldn't cover up ore if we don't have to, because it makes it hard for us to figure out if we're actually doing what we should be doing. So blue belts. Keep all the blue belts coming on out. We got a lot of lines coming out here. Get that line out of there. And get that line out of there. And yeah, you know what? It does feel good to actually start doing this stuff. It really, really does. So I don't like to curve when it's actually putting on there because I'm a little bit wary about that. So we're going to try not to do that. We're going to go like that, and then curve down, and then boom. And you don't really need to be there. We kind of do want a radar here, though. That's not a bad idea. So let's get radar. Of course you need... I'm actually surprised you don't need titanium. You do need a lot of other stuff. So that is fine. Radar. We don't want to put it there because that's where we're loading a whole bunch of shit. So let's do that. Blue belts. Blue belt. And then you go over like that. And we're momentarily about to run out of blue belt, but there we go. Let's go and get some more. Give me a big number. 4.8k. You are full. You are all full. That's nice. It means that our iron will stop going completely down the toilet, because I was a bit worried that our blue belt was going to completely destroy our entire iron supply. If we go have a look, it's still somewhat healthy. It's like I'm not going to make any comparison to humans. I was about to make a reference about a unhealthy human, and then I realized that would be incredibly bad taste, so I'm not going to do that. You are going to be coal, and we are going to spit coal out here. And I'm somewhat a little bit worried about this guy backing up with coal too much, but we're just going to have to deal with that, because I'm going to push this over to the coal place, but the coal place is already full, so we might have to do one of those fancy little thingamyboos that actually stops the coal coming in from the mines. It's not full, actually. It is not full. What do we want to do here, actually? Yeah, I don't mind if this backs up. I just decided. I don't really mind if that backs up. So that is fine. Where's our red belt? That insulated wire is going to send me up the bloody train for a million years, I swear to God. So if this is more than 100k, don't do anything. Actually, how much can this hold? It can hold a fair bit. So let's say 800 by 200 is 16,000. Really? This has got to be more than 16. 160,000. 800 by 200 is 4 zeros. So that's 160,000. So let's say if 150,000, that's a million. No, that was right. If coal is more, then we're actually going to make it 100,000, because less than 100,000, because I might get so much coal from this guy going on in, and I want to have as much room as possible left over here to basically have room for that. You are dead, so you can be taken away to the graveyard. Alright, that reminds me, actually, we need to really start switching our mindset over to these substations. Can we do that right now? Can I build substations? I can build a ton of them. And they build fairly fast, 0.5. So here we go. Substation. And look at this, we can build a substation like that. We don't even need ones in the middle. Alright, I'm officially sold. Substations for the rest of my life are going to be beautiful. So here we go. Oh, shit. Almost made a boo-boo. That was close. That was very close. You need to be filtered to only do alumina or alumina, whatever. So you are only there. Turn you around, feed you back in, go out. Oh, that was close. I almost just messed up this entire thing and put a whole bunch of coal on the train station, and that would have been interesting to sort out. But it's all done. It's all good. What do we got here? We have got a thing which is providing 4,000 aluminium ore or alumina or whatever, and I've officially fallen in love with substations, so that is good as well. And there's not that much coal coming out. There's a little bit, but that's all right. None of the machines are backing up, so we should be getting tons out of here. How much is this? 1.3 million. So hopefully that'll last us till yellow science. I mean, till yellow science and a decent amount into our solar. So we are building outposts this time. Should we move on to our next best thing, which is going to be gold? I think we need to move on to gold. And I don't think we can do that this episode. 419k, 128k. They're not really worth picking up. There's 2.3 million. Maybe we should go out and get that. That's kind of got copper next to it though, so I don't like having that. Look at that little bit of gold in the middle of the rutile. I'd like a nice big gold that doesn't have anything else next to it. We don't really have a lot of options though. You know what? We could set this up and we could siphon excess copper into another station and make that a provider. The problem is there's no priority related system, so you can't say, oh, pick up copper ore before you pick up this copper ore. It just doesn't work like that. So this would back up and it might screw up the gold ore a little bit. But on the other hand, if we're just getting the very edges of copper, I don't know, 419k. How much gold do we really need? I have a feeling we need a lot because, okay, electronic logic boards, what do you need? You need this, which needs 1 gold plate. 1 gold per electronic logic board. Integrated circuits, don't need gold. And then we also need a bit of gold for this, which is fine. You know what? Gold we can leave till later. I'm going to set up a station to offload aluminium, and then we're going to call it for this episode, because I think that is enough. Australian running on the left side of the line, so let's just make sure we keep doing that. This logistics trade network is so quiet. It's not going to stay that way for long, but ooh, go back. I want to double check this block behavior. So we can see this top bit is blue. If we shoot the train over there, now this doesn't change. This is red. I would have thought this has changed. We turn blocks off, turn back on, it's still blue. Okay, but I promise you, this one is red, so this one will now go into this section, and it will be fine. Okay, I promise you, that's how it'll work. The blocks don't seem to change, but it's all good. It's all good. So, we've already got most of this stuff actually set up, but I did realize last episode when we expand these into 5 stations instead of 3 when we got logistics working, it's going to be a hard time doing the warehouses, but it's going to be a moot point because we're just going to have a whole bunch of miscellaneous storage warehouses in a particular place. They're not going to offload to a particular place. Well, this is fine. This has been the first copper train that we've needed for a very long time. So I'm not fussed about this. It's going beautifully at exactly the pace that I thought it would go at. So let's get rid of that. What we're actually going to do is we're just going to remove this whole thing and this whole thing, and we'll just duplicate it from the other one because there's enough differences that I feel like we can just destroy it all. I mean, we've got the blue belts, we've got the filter stack inserters, which we do need a bunch of. And okay, so we'll get this guy loading alumina ore, and what we will do is then squeeze that in there. And we will also set up substations in the mall. And then I feel like that's it for this episode. I feel like that's a good amount of stuff to be doing in a single episode. You are dragging that down. Drag it all down. Did we just cut off power to the entire thing? I feel like we did. Wow. Who would have thought this train station be the link for the entire power system of all the logistics stations? That means our poor copper train ain't going to be loading as well. So, we still got 15k, but that's fine. That is fine. I should probably try and remember not to cut off this power in the future, though, or at least build a better backbone for our system than this rail station, because we do not want to be cutting off the power for any base at any point for any reason. Stupid productivity modules. Go there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a line go up there, go up there. Is that joined? I'm not sure. And then there we go. So now we've got a secondary line. It looks shonky as all hell, but it'll work. And I hate that you can't pick up robots when they're over ore. But anyway, this is good. Let's get this stuff finished off. And that'll join up this line, and then we'll have a double line again. What we're not missing anything here. We're just missing robots that actually know what they're doing. I really feel like just, you know what? Yellow science is what it's all about. I think we're shifting our priorities, and we're just going to make yellow science a priority, because I feel like despite things, I mean, yes, I would love to have radar, solar setup and all that sort of stuff going on, but I'm really starting to feel the pain of robots not having proper robots, not having yellow signs, not having all of that sort of crap, and I feel like it's just like we would reach the proper end game. Like we've been struggling for so many episodes right now that reaching the proper end game would just be beautiful, absolutely beautiful for us. So blueprints don't work on these smart displays. That's an unfortunate thing, but we should be fine. Let's do a sanity check over here. You in your warehouse. Stacks of 200. Beautiful. That is all I needed to know. We don't have a count here either. So let's do a quick one of these. And I figured out how to remotely adjust these guys, so that is all good. So you actually grab an item and click on it, and then that opens it up, which is beautiful. So you are going to be provider, and then you are going to be ore. And your ore amount is 44,000, so we are beautiful. So this guy's getting a signal that says, I have tons of alumina, come get some, which is awesome. So we can do that, and then this guy will print out 32 alumina. Doesn't really matter what type is actually spitting out here, because it's only going to this guy, but I feel like it's important. If it's important enough to do, it's important enough to do right. Speaking of tin, you know what? I think I'm just gonna. I think the time is past where I'll try and aim under the 30-minute mark. If I go over a bit, then I go over a bit, and I do not mind. And the slightest, because I love this game. I love it. Love it, love it, love it so much. Okay. How did we do this? So this guy goes boom. This guy goes boom and then boom. And this is still, it's not doing anything because we didn't blueprint it apparently. So you need negative 32,000 and you're requesting 16,000. Boom. And you're providing 10 bazillion, trillion, jillion. Whoop. That's not what I wanted. 10 million. There we go. Beautiful. So, those are our facts. Those are the facts, Jacks. Got that. We're at 3. And because I'm sort of a crazy OCD perfectionist type of bloke, we are going to actually take 200. And we are going to pop a full 200 in there. Not that it really matters. Then we pop 3 in there. And there'll be enough for a test. Alumina. So we got 3, and we want 32,000. Okay, the system is good. Well, not this system. Alumina. I've gone back to saying it the I don't know, the American way, I think. Is this hooked up? It's not hooked up because otherwise we'd be getting trains. Okay, so that looks good. And in fact, because we got 3 here, we'll only actually do 1 train. Because it'll be like, oh, you only need 1 train, and then after that, the threshold's fine. Yes, 1 train from Delondal to the Crafty Dog. Oh, this is still the Crafty Dog. I thought maybe the Crafty Dog had returned, but it is. We just never changed it. Main base. Input alumina ore. Is that what we're going to call it? Is it technically alumina ore? Alumina. Where's our alumina? Aluminium ore. I don't know why I've been calling it alumina ore, but let's call it aluminium. Aluminium. Is that right? There's feels like there's too many I's. Aluminium. Done. Okay. You are going to be supply. Supply aluminium ore 01. Beautiful. So now in the future we will get good messages. Starting to feel like there's a bit more coal on this line. I don't know, maybe. This guy is definitely chucking out a lot of coal, but I'm still Happy about it. We got a nice display going on here. This guy's got 20k, so it's obviously filling up nicely. The train is filling up fairly nicely. It's a problem with these stack filter inserters, but logistics is such a pain, the logistic science. Although getting these now, we're getting a little bit closer to it. The express inserters anyway. Are we still going with crafting upgrades? 14 and 15. These are the only research we can do until we get better science, so I'm happy to let them go. Modules, that's another thing we need to do. But modules, as we've already seen for module research. Well, actually, can we do module research? I think we could do module research. Somewhat. We can do basic module research, but as we can see, afterwards, we start to need things like module main boards, which is still okay. So we can kind of do module research at now, but we will need gold and we will need aluminium to do that properly. So I feel like getting gold and aluminium done puts us on the right track. Anyway, we set up the station. We will probably do gold next episode, set up the station for that, and then we'll start the smelting process. So thank you very much for watching. I will catch you guys in just a sec. Stay tuned.